Hi, this is Sonia Kesselring from Kesselring Totes. I had a question from a customer recently that I wanted to explain and also show a technique at the same time. The question it was, what is gusset depth? When I post bags on Etsy, I describe the shape of the bags by listing off the height, the width, and the gusset depth. So I wanted to show you what the gusset depth is and how I make it. Here I have a basic pouch, two pieces of fabric, front side sewn together in a rectangle shape. This is going to become the liner for my Decorate Me tote. So what I want to do is I want to take this basic little envelope pouch and give it some body and some shape so that it becomes a bag. So what I do is I take my sewn together pouch, I stick my hand inside and pull apart the bottom and the sides so that the bottom seam and the side seam are lined up together back to back. And then I take my ruler and I measure out. This one I want to have a 2-inch depth, so I'll line my ruler up so that the 1-inch marker is on the seam. And I'm going to draw a line across to make 2 inches there. And then I'm going to go ahead and sew this seam. And I want to be careful when I put this in the sewing machine to make sure that the two seams, the bottom and the side, are still lined up so that I don't get a cattywampus bottom and side joining. That'll make your bag look kind of funky. So here I have the sewn triangle that'll form one of the parts of my bottom of my bag. Now I'm going to do the same thing on the other side. Put my hand in there, pull the bag apart, and line up the bottom and the sides so that they're right behind each other. Measure with my ruler, 2 inches, draw my line, sew my seam. Now some people, when they do this, will actually cut a little square in the bottom of their bag when they're first cutting out their bag shape. I don't do that. It takes more time and it requires an additional finishing seam. And to me, any extra cutting of fabric in extra seams means there's extra areas that could rip or be compromised if they're somehow torn or an area is not stitched properly. So here I have the new triangle I just sewed on the other side. All I do is I just turn my bag inside right. And now you can see that it's starting to take shape as an actual bag and not just a pocket. If you look at the top of this bag now, you'll see it's starting to form a rectangle shape. And the bottom, it's formed a nice rectangle with 2 inches here as the depth of the bag, and then my width on this one is a little over 10 inches. So if you look online at my Decorate Me totes, you'll see that I describe them as having 10-inch width, a specific height, which I don't remember right now, and 2 inches in gusset depth. So that's how I do my gusset. I don't clip the triangle off. Some people do. They'll clip this off so you don't have this extra fabric. I don't find that anybody notices the extra fabric on the inside of the bag because it's hidden. This is the liner and you don't see the triangle, you just see the nice finish. And again, by not having an extra seam to sew, I save time, and also more importantly, I keep the bag structure more secure and I don't have a seam that needs to be finished or potentially could rip. So that's how I do gusset depth on my bags, and that's what I mean when I say gusset depth. If you ever have any simple questions about sewing bags, measuring what a finished bag means to be a certain thing, just ask me, because there's bound to be other people who have the same questions, and I appreciate giving you a little bit of an example of how it's made. Thank you.